Here are the tests on my round 2002 American Standard Cadet. It is set to 3/4 of an inch below the overflow top, as the tank suggests, and it is on an original 2000s American Standard Cadet flapper. And it is set to 8 beads between the float and the flapper, as was the 2001 American Standard Cadet. So the tests will be excruciatingly accurate. And as you remember in the last video, I pulled a disc from the siphon jet because it was flushing slowly and the disc was clogging it up. And so before this video, I pulled another one out. There were 2 discs in the siphon jet. And that's not the first time I've seen that either. I've seen it at least 5 other times. So if you see a 2000s Cadet that flushes pretty normally, except it doesn't siphon, it's not defective. It's because of that. So if you just stick your finger in the siphon jet, then you'll probably be able to feel that and pull it out with some needle nose pliers. So I consider that a defect in their manufacturing, because if they fall off like that from the flappers and clog up the toilets, I'd consider that a defect. So here is a flush, and then I'll do the tests. I'm starting to think there's a 3rd disc in there, because this disc was left behind. What on earth? So that was very disappointing. Don't know why it did that, but I'm going to try a washcloth. So the tank should be done filling pretty soon, and this toilet has no mineral buildup that I know of, so it should take this washcloth with no problems. And the tank is just about to the water level, so let's see if it can take a washcloth. It took it effortlessly, but one thing I did notice is that the siphon jet points like that. It's not straight at all. So let's see if it can take a grocery bag now. I think the siphon jet error may be the reason why it didn't take that little disc, and it probably just stayed circling around in the area that wasn't being pushed forward by the siphon jet. So the tank is almost full. Now let's see how it does on a grocery bag. Despite having a defect like that, it passed perfectly. Now I'm going to see if it can take a washcloth and a grocery bag. And I'll see if it can take a disc too, since it for some reason failed that on the first flush. So the tank is almost done filling. Now let's see if it can take a washcloth and a grocery bag. Well, what do you know? It left the disc again. It must have something against this, but it got stuck a little bit further down, but it passed. It's a struggling pass, but it passed. And the disc sits right on top. So now I'm going to let some water into the bowl and test a dish towel. And for some reason the dish towel is just balling up in the trapway. So I'm going to reset it. And for some reason it really doesn't like this little thing. So Once again, I'm going to put it in there and see if it takes it. And the tank is full, so let's see if it can flush a dish towel. That did surprisingly miserably. I would have expected it to get further than that. And of course the disc is still here too. But I'm just going to pull it out and try it again. I would definitely count that as a failure, but I'm just going to give it a second chance. So the tank is almost done filling, so I'll be right back when it is full. Alright, the tank is full, so let's see if it can take a dish towel and a little flapper chain disc. I wonder if it's going to stay clogged or if it's just going to go through like the washcloth in the grocery bag did. I'm just going to give it another little flush with the rest of the water here in the tank. Well, I'd say it half passed that. And I think it took the disc as well. But so far, this thing looks to be a pretty good performer. I'd say it's a good competitor for the Ingenium, and I just may test them together. So it did well on the performance. Now I'm going to try dirt. I'm going to add some water to the bowl first, and I'm going to put my little pink bin under there. And if I for some reason find the disc somewhere on the ground, I will surely put that in there as well. So the tank is not particularly full, so I'm just going to spread the dirt around and it should be full by the time I'm done. Alright, so that's looking good. Now I'm going to see if it can take dirt. I think it'll do pretty well. The bowl rinse is not going to be the best, but I think it'll clear most of it from the bowl. That siphon jet defect may put up a fight though. Basically, the way I saw it, the siphon jet defect creates a little whirlpool right here, and the stuff doesn't go all the way down. So the bowl rinse, I don't know how much of this you can see because it's so bright out and I can't see any of it, but the bowl rinse appears to be terrible, at least around the back. So it definitely could be better, but it cleared a lot of it from the bowl. I wonder if it would have done worse if the disc was in there or not, because for some reason that has a great impact. So overall, it's a pretty good toilet. It could use some improvements, but I like it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on notifications. It helps my channel a lot and I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next video.